Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Cowboys make history in the wake of NFL schedule release. The Dallas Cowboys are always top of mind when it comes to NFL's collective consciousness, and remain the league's biggest brand and most valuable franchise. In fact, per Forbes magazine, they continue to be the most valuable sports franchise in the entire world, coming in at a whopping $10.1 billion valuation at last appraisal in December 2024. As such, it figures that the team will always receive the maximum amount of prime-time games, 6, as they once again did this year, as the NFL schedule was released on Wednesday evening. However, Dallas will in fact make history in 2025, as they become the only team to have not one, but a massive 4 Thursday night games in this upcoming season, per Todd Archer, via ESPN Research. As Archer notes, the team will have Thursday night games on Week 1, 13, 14 and 17, meaning that half of their final 6 games down the stretch will be played on Thursday night. Generally, teams prefer not to play on Thursday night as it gives them less time for players to recover from the previous game, usually on a Sunday, and does not allow the coaches as much time to prepare a game plan as they would normally have on a regular week. However, the Cowboys' situation is somewhat unique, as one of their Thursday night games is played as the season opener, which does not affect the team's ability to prepare or be physically rested, as it is the first game of the season. And the other TNF game is a back-to-back on weeks 13 and 14, where both them and their Week 14 opponents, the Detroit Lions, will have a full week to prepare for each other post-Thanksgiving. What does the rest of the Cowboys' schedule look like? The Cowboys open with the Philadelphia Eagles on September 4 at Lincoln Financial Field, and finish with the New York Giants in Week 18. The rest of the schedule is broken down by Cowboys writer, R.J. Ochoa. And in what will be the most anticipated Cowboys Thanksgiving game in years, Dallas hosts reigning AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs on November 27. Troy Aikman reveals massive surprise in Cowboys 2025 prediction. The Dallas Cowboys under Brian Schottenheimer in 2025 will be something of an unknown, with the franchise undergoing significant change both on and off the field. With a free agency period that saw a host of starting caliber and rotational players be signed, along with the trade for George Pickens and an A-plus draft haul that saw the franchise go after high-character individuals, Dallas has gone about its business with aplomb. But as far as the 2025 outlook is concerned, Hall of Famer and former Dallas quarterback Troy Aikman, speaking on ESPN a couple of days after jokingly picking the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl just to irk Michael Strahan, a former New York Giant, thinks Dallas might be a surprise waiting to happen. "I understand the Eagles, they're the cream of the crop. Washington, I believe, will be better. I do think Dallas, I think they've been flying under the radar a little bit this offseason, rightfully so, they don't deserve a lot of talk at this point," Aikman said. "I do believe, not just because they were injured last year, I think they're going to be a better football team, and they may surprise some people. I do think they are going to contend and be stronger than they've gotten credit for, at this point." Wow. Injuries, as much as anything, derailed Dallas last season. Dak Prescott, Brandon Cooks, Micah Parsons, Darren Bland, Trevor Diggs, Tyler Smith, Jake Ferguson, and DeMarcus Lawrence all missed time, with most on the sidelines for a significant period. If the Cowboys can avoid that same fate, then this is a team that is built to win more than 7 games, as was the case last season. Now, we aren't saying Super Bowl, but a playoff contender? That seems to be a logical ceiling for this team in Schottenheimer's first year as head coach. It has been an offseason where Dallas hasn't blown people away, more so going about its business with a clear directive and plan for what Schotty wants in 2025. And what he wants is for his team to be playoff-bound, which Aikman thinks is well within their wheelhouse. Trey Hendrickson can be a Dallas Cowboy in 2025. The Dallas Cowboys have a golden opportunity to transform their already potent defense into an elite force by trading for Trey Hendrickson. As the NFL's 2024 sack leader with 17.5 sacks, Hendrickson is an elite pass rusher currently at odds with the Cincinnati Bengals over his contract. With Dallas in win-now mode, a move for Hendrickson could be the spark they need to make a deep playoff run. Hendrickson has made it clear he will not play the 2025 season under his current deal. Frustrated with a lack of communication and feeling undervalued, he's already been granted permission to seek a trade. This opens the door for a franchise like Dallas, which is no stranger to taking risks on disgruntled stars. Financially feasible with smart restructuring. While Hendrickson's $15.8 million cap hit might seem like a hurdle, the Cowboys have room to maneuver. Giving Micah Parsons and Tyler Smith new contracts will free up cap space, but the Cowboys currently have over $30 million in cap space. Signing these two players could get their cap space north of $50 million. Adding Hendrickson without new contracts to Parsons and Smith is also feasible with the current cap space. If Dallas includes a future second-round pick and a rotational defender, it's possible Cincinnati could bite, especially if they don't want to lose Hendrickson for nothing next offseason. A dream duo, Hendrickson and Parsons. Pairing Hendrickson with Micah Parsons would give Dallas arguably the best edge-rushing tandem in the NFL. Offensive coordinators would be forced to pick their poison, double-team Parsons and watch Hendrickson feast, or vice versa. This type of pass-rushing versatility could mask deficiencies in the secondary and turn Dallas into a top-3 defensive unit. Thanks to recent strong drafts, Dallas has depth at key positions, making them more willing to part with a draft pick. Players like Sam Williams and Marshawn Kneeland are still developing, but Hendrickson provides a proven, immediate upgrade. Jerry Jones is known for splash moves. Owner Jerry Jones isn't afraid of the headlines. If he sees a move that can deliver a Lombardi trophy, he'll pull the trigger. With Brian Schottenheimer now shaping the team's identity, an aggressive trade like this would signal to the locker room that 2025 is still about winning it all. One trade has already been made for George Pickens, and a second trade could be imminent. This second trade would put the Cowboys on the road to the Super Bowl. Trey Hendrickson is possible. A Trey Hendrickson trade is not only possible, it's strategically smart. With the right mix of cap creativity, draft capital, and urgency, the Dallas Cowboys can pull off a blockbuster that could define the season. And you, fan? What do you think about Trey Hendrickson's situation? Write to us in the comments.